Well, I thought I'd do another little episode, vlog, whatever you want to call it. So, the reason I'm doing it right now is because 2 days ago, I actually did want to do it, but I have to do 3 jobs that day, and so I get to this job too late to have light to make it so that it's worth, watching. Not that it's worth watching, but basically 2 nights ago I got off work, then I went to work, then I got off work, and as I was going to my 3rd job, I had a hard day. I woke up, I'm still a little bit, I used my voice too much, and so I'm having a little bit of voice loss, but I was grumpy, to say the least. And it's taken me years and years and years to figure out how to get out of that state of mind and to switch it so that I can move forward and enjoy life. And I can honestly say that on the way to work 2 nights ago, I was not enjoying life. Usually when I'm in that state of mind, I'll just stay there, and it's an addiction for me. I've been, dealing with depression my entire life, and when I get to that point, I feel normal because I've had that issue for so long. I actually feel normal, and that scares me a little bit. And so it's like a dirty, old, worn blanket that you've had for years and years, but it's comfortable. And you feel like normal when you're, put it on or whatever. But it's probably not the best. You could probably go buy a new blanket and be better off, but, or, move forward in life and leave the stuff that's not good for you behind. So I usually clap my hands together and rub them together really hard and really fast with intensity and purpose. It's purposeful. And the reason I do that is because it checks myself. It's like a physical check that gets me into a place where I'm in control of my thoughts, and nobody can control what's in here but me. So it's a reminder. So I was looking for an opportunity to clap my hands and rub them together. And I thought to myself, before I did, I thought to myself, why do I need this right now? Why do I need this? And it was because it was pitch black. It was below freezing outside. I was cold. I was not feeling good already. I had a grumpy day. And I realized when I walked out of my 2nd job, it was snowing. And I knew I'd have to drive in the snow all night long, and who knows what happens, and it's cold, and I always wear Vans shoes, so I had my Vans on, and they weren't keeping my toes warm. So I was cold, my feet were cold, and it was snowing, and the snow was coming down pretty good at this point. And so as I thought through that, I just was like, oh, I just need to take a breath. So instead of clapping my hands and putting that energy, because you make heat when you clap your hands and rub them together, you make heat and you're powerful. You can make energy through the friction, and you feel it through your hands up into your arms and your shoulders when you do that. But at this point, I stopped. I just took a breath, and I held it in for a little bit because I was in control of my breath, right? So I held it for a little bit and I released it. And right at that moment, I realized that the air was really clean. And during the cold months here where I live, we have an inversion. They call it inversion. It's just a fancy way of saying crappy air. And it just sticks around. But because the snowstorm had come in and it was dropping snow and bringing weather, It had cleared out all that gross air. And I have a really like a strong mental issue. I'd even say a mental problem where if I feel like I'm breathing bad air, I start to feel claustrophobic. And the fact that I took that breath and it was clean, good air, I smiled. I was so grateful for that clean air. And it was clean because of the exact thing that I was cursing 10 seconds. 10 seconds before, I was cursing that storm. And then I realized that that bad thing was a good thing. I remember being young and older people telling me, make a negative thing a positive. And I was like, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. How can you make something that's negative? It's obviously negative. You can't magically twinkle, twinkle, it's all positive now. No, you can't do it. But now I'm here to tell you you can. It's all how you look at it and what you take from it and how you translate the situation. And that's why I haven't had a depressive, well, that and I stepped away from a lucrative career to go into teaching. And it was my choice. I chose to do it. And that freedom of choice allows me to take all the garbage that happens. Like, teaching is the hardest job. Like, don't even kid yourself. You try taking care of 200 kids all day long, right? Of course, it's only 36 at a time, but you try it. And I don't have to convince anyone that's ever tried to teach. But I'm so passionate about it that I chose to leave the lucrative job and go to a job where I now have to have 3 jobs just to pay bills, and I'm still not making my bills, but I own it. It's my choice. And I really enjoy life when I'm making the choice. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm mentally choosing to do these things. I'm not forced to do them. I could, if I wanted to, I could sell my house and sell things to the point where I don't have the debt or the payments every month. Obviously, I don't want to. I want to make sure that my kids have a nice place to live and all that good stuff. But it's interesting to me how powerful it is to make a negative become a positive. So when I got to work, I was happy. I smiled. I went, I swept the floors, did the dishes, reorganized stuff, all things that nobody asked me to do, but I chose to do them. Because when you choose to do hard things in life, life becomes easier. When you choose, not when you feel forced, but when you choose. So keep choosing to do those hard things. Whoever hears this, choose to do hard things. But you choose to do them and own that choice. And places that you work will treat you well, like this one does. So, enjoy your life. It's good talking to you. Whatever. Bye-bye. Talk to you later.